Parappa the Rapper is the greatest rhythm game franchise of all time. Wow, that's great. Please get a job. Yeah, nobody cares about this thing anymore. Parappa is a series about a rapping dog. Oh yeah, he's also made of paper. And the frog on his beanie may or may not also be alive. Okay, that's why this thing didn't survive the 2000s. Still, this franchise spawned the greatest gaming video on YouTube. An adorable anime where Parappa notably only raps like one time. Yes, the anime is called Parappa the Rapper, and Parappa has practically no interest in rapping until the very end of the series, and a direct sequel where a guy that really likes noodles commits domestic terrorism using noodles. This actually happens and is the main plot point of the entire game. It also got a spin-off, Jammalami, which I would buy, but I have my priority. Enough of the whatever the last minute of that was, let's go talk about this dumpster fire of the series.
Snitch, rat, rat, snitch, rat, snitch. Burritos, food, good.
Parappa is a rhythm game from 1996. The game did well, a successful franchise that will be repeated. Never. The game did well because of, well, furries, but also for its incredible commercials.
The last little toilet, already sold it, ribbit. In the rain or in the snow, I got the funky flow, but now I
Okay, no. It's sold well because of the ability to watch Sunny Funny, full name, It's Always Sunny in Funnydelphia, dance in front of a crowd of unblinking, soulless people. This is deeply disturbing. Parappa had a genius system in place that encouraged you to freestyle instead of copying the game completely. You could follow along if you wanted to, but freestyling is the only way you can get the cool rating. And without that, you can't unlock the Sunny Funny psychological horror mode. So, you do you, but I wouldn't pass up on that often. You'll want to get cool rating anyway, just so that you can avoid this goddamn. The game even introduced fun characters such as
There's no need to fear, because Joe Chin is...
And the new gameplay was all the team needed for a breakout success. And also so they could get a man to marry the love of his life, in a Parappa the Rapper costume. People who say that games rot our brains, they were right, but they're dead now, so it doesn't count. So let's see how the groundbreaking new gameplay and lovable cast of characters would go on to be used for all 2 of Parappa's adventures. Yay! It should be obvious that this game is about as sane as a Taylor Swift fan. Oh my god, I'm so sick. So let's go over what happens in these games. Just like in Danganronpa. That's what Hifumi meant by 2D being better than 3D. I hope. So our beautiful rapping dog man runs into 2 visually deformed bullies that take Parappa's singular glass of water. But it's okay because Gigachin shows up. And how does he deal with these bullies? By talking to them until they brutally suffocate and die. And that brings me to a theory that nobody else has brought up. Parappa wants to rap because he has a hit list. Okay, there is no point trying to piece together the story. It was funny when Parappa shat his pants. Parappa the Crapper. And I enjoyed the bit where Parappa crashed his car, rendering him the sole survivor and killing all of his friends. But none of his friends had any life insurance, so I have to go work in a flea market to pay it back. That happened. Oh, it looks like all the walkthroughs for the game were removed off of YouTube, and everyone who made them was reported missing. I'm sorry, but it looks like you're gonna have to buy the game yourself to see if I'm right. Go on, buy the game, Anthony. There was also Jammalami, a game where Lammy goes to hell, apparently. They finally found out what she was doing with those cats. It does make me question why IGN called the story dull, unless the rest of the game is just her chilling in hell. How is the game where you go to hell more dull than the game where the biggest stake at hand is having to retake your driving test? Okay, well, there's also that. I don't think that would be too fun to go through, but... And then there's the direct sequel on Parappa. Holy shit, this game is amazing. Funny writing, great animation, kinda, and a plot to rival the greatest stories of all time, like Shark Tale or Saving Ryan's Private. It even had a really solid 2-player mode. I just wish that I had another controller so that I could play. Parappa the Rapper 2 is one of the best PS2 games of all time. Your game may have a well thought out and deep story that spans 100 hours with a well thought out combat system, but does it have Rapping Onion that complains about taxes and owns a late night TV show? And also knows karate. I didn't think so. Move aside, Daddy's knocking. This game is amazing. You would have to be the dummiest little dum-dum in all of Dumbsville to not want this game. God That's right, this franchise ended after its first and only direct sequel. We got an anime which is pretty good, honestly. Although it is a little bit unhinged, something about this camera angle is deeply disturbing. But the fact that this is all we got is just kind of depressing, especially when Parappa started off so well, and oh, you know, just because it was going on the PS2, which is only the best-selling console of all time. Oh, but don't worry, guys, we'll give you a cameo in a shitty Smash Bros. Clone, and a remake that adds little to nothing, doesn't fix the delay issues, and third thing, the legacy of this franchise will always live on through the internet, whether it be spiritual successes, YouTube videos, or furries. But did the plug have to be pulled this early? Maybe the game couldn't survive against the other massive and groundbreaking games coming out on the same platform. Maybe the game didn't have enough to it to justify a purchase. Or maybe the devs were just happy with ending the franchise there. Either way, we'll only be able to ever fantasize about whatever's under Parappa's hat. Oh god! But since the series being dead is old enough to drink now, I think it's time to put this game to rest. But not until I tell you about whatever the fuck this is. If you have something to say about my video, or you want to call me a nerd, then you could leave a comment. That'd be really cool because I read all of that. Okay, back to the video. Did you know that in Japan, the second game had a McDonald's promotion? We are starting off with the most extreme case of things being weird, but I don't care because I want to show it to you as early as possible. You can play the first stage of the game, but it's McDonald's. And I think this was done because McDonald's saw a marketable character selling fast food, and their eyes turned into $signs. This exists, but do you know what doesn't? Parappa the Rapper 3. But that doesn't stop Wikipedia from making an article about it. I don't know why they did this, but I think it was to coincide with a petition. It did not work out. And if it did, then I would know, because I would be rapping against Monko Congo. I don't know who that is, but that sounds sick. I would not be making this video. I'll be too busy with that. Also, funny thing, but Rodney Greenblatt hated the anime. Sony wanted an anime geared towards children because they wanted more sales for the sequel to Parappa the Rapper. But Rodney wanted to write the show himself and wanted the anime to be more geared towards teenagers. He did not get what he wanted and only got to design the characters. So it bears repeating into dust that most companies do not care about you, and that includes Disney. Get owned, woke moralists. Also, you should watch Van Daten. The Expurgation remix they made makes me want to die, but like in a good way. Okay, bye. That's about it. I think that they're really cool games. They aren't complex, they aren't deep, they aren't... Just play them. How are you gonna say the newer songs are worse when stage 3, 4, and 5 are right there? Okay, bye guys. Check out my Twitter where I post very questionable things. On my channel, I have live streams. They are very terrible, but you can watch them if you want. And thank you for watching. I'm going to go and... I don't want to tell you.